listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is May 16th. It's a Tuesday. The year's 2023. Oh, what a day. Got a lot of stuff done today. A lot of stuff. Got a new phone. Came with the new watch. They gave it away for free. It is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Booyah. Yeah. Now we're talking. You want to know why I got it? What a day. We have these things called love bugs in Arizona, and they're coming out and they're all over my mom's place. And as I'm leaving her home, going down the walkway, I'm seeing one coming towards me, about to actually they connected, so there was two ass to ass, and they were about to land on me. So I hate bugs, even though they're harmless. And my mother has this jicky jack little plastic wall she put up to make a fence that's like, a foot tall, right there where people walk, and I didn't see it. And I went up in the air. I mean, it was the worst fall I've ever taken. I've never hit the ground so hard. I literally was in the air about 3 feet off the ground. My feet just came out from under me. Oh, I left the phone in the other room. In one hand, I also got a new vape today, too. In one hand, I have my vape. In the other hand, I have my cell phone. In the middle of the air, both of these things came down with me. The phone crushed, disintegrated. The whole screen, you couldn't even use it. It lit up for like 20 minutes. I made a few texts to people, and then it stopped working. And That's when I went to go get the phone. So that's the situation. I fell so hard, my head never hit the ground because I'm so freaking strong to make sure that didn't happen. You know, I recommend people work out, but I know I got whiplash. I hit the ground with my ass. I must have fallen on the most perfect part of my body. Nothing happened. Even though I hit the ground, nothing happened on my elbows. My hands didn't get scraped, but the phone and the vape both got slammed into the ground and busted. So now I do have a slight headache because when I did hit the ground, you know, I went back like that and had a whiplash effect. And man, it hurt when it happened. And I don't know if I know guys have been hit before, but you know when your body gets slammed or you get hit and you see stars, but your teeth even rattle. My mouth hurts. I must have bit down, I don't know. But I remember yelling, going, motherfucker! You know, I swore so loud, it hurt. I thought for sure I would have broken something. But anyway, got a new phone, new vape, a lot of juice, a lot of weed. Let's have a good time tonight. That's right, Truthology for Ufology marches on right here at GUFON. Hey, did you see on Spaced Out Radio? The loser of losers made it there last night. I have got to pull that up for 1 second. I want to show you something because this is the oddest thing I've ever seen. I just don't understand. But I think I figured it out. What is going on with this situation here? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, I got it ready. I'm going to show you now. Tonight, I want to talk about the whistleblowers that are going to that NPC thing. Not only that, Third Phase of Moon did something fantastic that I'm going to show you here in a minute about whistleblowers and what they have done for the community, for the greater good. For those of you who are haters, which you shouldn't be of Third Phase of Moon. If you are a hater of Third Phase of Moon, it's because you don't know. You don't know the story. Even if you knew the story, I don't think people are weird now. Nowadays, I think a lot of people love Third Phase of Moon, but are afraid to say it. Same thing with GUFON. I think people are afraid to say it. It's always been that way with me. Same with them. You know, which is why we get along so well. We came from two different places and are going through the same shit. Although I could see why they would have more. I mean, they've got 800,000 subs, but those poor guys, you know, it's just silly what this ass face is doing to our community. What is this, by the way? What is that on his head? I don't understand. You know, oh, that's his haircut? That's a hairpiece. Okay, here's the deal with that hair. Either he has a hairpiece or his kid is cutting his hair. His kid's learning how to go through barber school and he's teaching him. He's giving his 6-year-old kid scissors and shit. He also told Dorothy today, or on Twitter, how can you post that show? She was advertising that GUFON was coming on. How can you post that show? He talked about my kid. Well, let me say what he exactly said, because I got the screenshot of it somewhere. Where is it? Huh? I thought that was a Twitter thing you sent me from Twitter. Oh yeah, here it is. It's not on my other screen. How could that be? It's the same account. And it's not showing up on one. What is going on? Oh, that is bizarre. All right, here's what Dorothy sent me. I'll just read it. I'm not going to post it. It says, how dare you post this? He's attacking my 6-year-old child in this video. That is what you are supporting? Send him more money to attack 6-year-olds, Granny. So it's okay for him to attack people in their 60s. It's okay for him to do that. Look, first of all, I never attacked your kid, you idiot, you imbecile. You're such an ass. You're the biggest liar in this field. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about truth seekers. There is nobody else right now to talk about that's that much of an asshole other than Darcy Weir. I could talk about Darcy every single day and never get tired of it because I hate her. Well, he's got a girl's name, so I'm calling him a her. I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm trying to upload the background to my show, and now, for some reason, StreamYard doesn't allow it while you're on the show. You know how I switched him out? Because I'm trying to change this background. Let me see if I can do it again. Oh, now it's working. That is bizarre. That is weird. This guy attacks Brent's kid. And then tells Dorothy, I'm attacking his kid in the video. You know, all I said is that. I said, you and your loser son. That's not attacking him. I didn't attack him. Never attacked him. See what I mean? He is ruining our community. Piece by piece. If you let him. If you let him. So much so, Alien Scientist is now leaving ufology. Posted this today. Let me pull it up. I even reached out to him because his message was cryptic, yet it bothered me. Hold on, let me pull it up. I thought I had it ready. It bothered me. He said, I am done. I'm leaving ufology for good. Something like that. Let me pull it up. Let me go to his page. See if it's still there. Oh, this is... All right, here it is. Let me show you. Makes me sad. Jeremy Reese is a good guy. Very good guy. So, I'll tell you, I just want to show you. I want to show you the proof. Oh, what's that? I didn't say hello to everybody. See, I just went right into the show. I'm sorry. All right, I'll say hello. I saw a super chat from Jeanette. There it is. Jeanette Angel! An angel. You are. Thank you for the $10 continuing support. Unbelievable. First one of the day again. And if you want to help support the stream, we are doing tons of stuff this year, starting very soon. Going to Washington, doing ghost hunts. I'm going to set that up for next week. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, and I just want to continually do that. So if you want to help support what GUFON is about, you can use Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, or Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Everything goes back into what we do. It's how we're here. That's how we're here, I share. All right, let me show you this. Thank you, Jeanette. You are a sweetheart. FGraph72 says hello. Boston, Deadhead, what's up? Larky Derry, how you doing? Weaponized, ASD, how are you? Welcome to the show. Stuart, how's it going? Carnundrum, how you doing, man? Good to see you back. The boss, Diane Boss, how you doing? And Dorothy, howdy do? Fresh and froo. Good to see you. I see UFOs. Hey, it's really nice to see you, man. Thank you for hanging out for a minute. Yeah, we're going to get into it. I'm getting back into it. I have to say hi. Sapphire, what's up, Sapphire Elf? Nice to see you too. I'm glad you're okay. Sky Allen, how do you do, man? What are you up to, man? Good to see you. I said, what are you up to? What are you up to? Hey, Samo! Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. Johnny D, what do you say? How do you be? Lisa M is for more. Lisa M. Good to see you. It's a different picture. Hold on. Yep. Man, you photograph very well. You photograph well, young lady. FAP, what do you say, brother? His barber has severe Parkinson's and is also blind. No, it's his kid. It's SCAMbian's kid who cuts his hair. It's so obvious to me. Either that or he's really a woman playing this character of a man. Because that is the most lesbian haircut anybody could ever have. And I mean that with all due respect for the lesbian community. LGBTQRST and all WXYZs. I love everybody, man. I have no qualms with anybody. But when people like this, like SCAMbian, piece by piece wants to take down the community with lies. They're all lies. I talked to Solar Marshall today, texting more or less, and he's just frustrated as well. We were venting, and he's like, Rich, this guy is so full of shit. He knew nothing about Bob. He says, I taught him everything about Bob Lazar, everything, and he takes credit for it. This guy takes credit for everything that isn't his. That's who he is. This is a big problem. I have to speak about it because you need to know he's a bad, bad person. And I don't mean he's a bad mother. And he's not The Rock. He's not bad that way. He's not Michael Jackson bad. He's just wrong for us. He's wrong for this community. So Alien Science says, this is probably the last time anyone will ever hear from me or speak to me again. I've enjoyed teaching and learning from all of you. It's now time for me to unplug from it all and just enjoy what little time I have left on this planet. Thanks, everyone. It's been real. Look at all the views. 33,000 already. That was put up this morning, 4:30 in the morning. I was up when it happened. And look, I was one of the first few to comment. I said, what does that mean? Did I miss something? I really need to know. So I reached out. I said, because I was just thinking about having him on the show because he was there for the hearings, a couple months ago. So I wanted to have him on. I also like Jeremy. I wanted his thoughts on all of his creations and experiments. He's been trying to figure out, free energy and gravity and propulsions. And I mean, this is a real scientist person that is going to be sorely missed because somebody like this makes it miserable to come here. I know you're going to say, well, how does he make it miserable? People have to click on his stuff. Right. And the people that click on his stuff hear lies. And all of it is lies. All right, I'll take that back. I'll be nice. Literally, a lot of it is lies. I'd have to say half of the stuff. I mean, he's gotten in trouble with everybody. Cease and desist letters. Do not talk about us again. You have to retract what you said, Jimmy Church. I mean, he was bragging about having all these people, Dolan and Linda Moulton Howe and David Wilcock and other people, because that's what he is, a liar. You can't be taken seriously anyway with that haircut. You just can't. And I tend to believe, FAP, it probably was done with his Parkinson's barber, who's blind. Because that's exactly what it was. I don't understand the haircut. I wish I understood the style. But it's not a style. It's just ugly is what it is. It's an ugly haircut. I wear a hat and I don't need to, right? But if you're going to show yourself to all these people on the internet, don't look like a lesbian cartoon character, from Legoland. Because that's what he is. God, I can't stand him. You have no idea. You really don't. He's just a vile human. The things he does, and he wakes up with a plan to ruin somebody's life. I came to this field to expose the truth. There's a difference. There's a difference when you attack people's characters with lies. With lies. Because that's what he does. They're not truth. There's some truth mixed in with it, which is why he does it. Because there is some truth. But the important stuff that verifies what he's saying is never the truth. It's never the truth. I know. I've seen it all with him. And others who were friends with him for years have turned their back on him. Sure, he'll fill the void with some new suckers. I'm a sucker too. I fell for it. I fell for it. One of the last things he said is, no matter what happens between us, Rich, we will always remain friends. Don't let this fucking community get in the way of that. Something like that, paraphrasing. Man, you don't know what a friend is. You don't know. You don't know. You know who knows what a friend is? The Cousins brothers. They know what a friend is. I'm an annoying person. I can get on people's nerves. Sometimes I don't shut up. Sometimes I say stupid things. They put up with it. Maybe it's entertaining at some point, but I'm not so annoying that I would embarrass them in public. I'm not that guy. Although I am that guy because I do it. But, there's something based on it, not to hurt people's feelings, but to make something funny out of it. That's different. SCAMbian is all about trying to ruin people's lives. Why? So I think about it. I'm like, why does he need to go? Let's say this. Let's say Greer. Let's just use Greer as an example. I don't know what he talked about. I'm just going to use this as an example, though. Going after Greer for, who was that went after Greer for his taxes? Can't remember who that was. I think it was Ross Cuckold. That's who it was. Ross Cuckold. Whatever happened to her? We don't even pay attention to her anymore, do we? So, because it's all the same. But he'll say, Greer, he totally lies to everybody. No, that's not true. Making up stuff, saying this and that, can't prove it. Everybody does it in this field. He's lying, he's stealing from people. Stealing? Can't say shit like that. Can't say it. If Greer wanted to, he could fuck him up if he wanted to. But why waste time with a piece of trash? I know I keep saying I probably won't talk about these people, but when I saw Jeremy wanting to leave ufology, and I know if ufology was a lot better, and his friends didn't turn on him, maybe he'd still be here with us. Maybe a lot of people would still be here with us. One thing I know, people that I've attacked in the past for lying, for putting up videos that were balloons have come back to me years later and thanked me for helping them, even though I was an ass. They said I was an ass, but I wasn't. I'm always nice. But I just said it's not. Those are balloons. I swear to you. I'm trying to help you out. Just don't waste your time. Person said, I didn't waste my time anymore doing it because you were right. I really sat down, looked at the videos, and I got to thank you for it, or else I'd still be doing the same stupid stuff. You know, I get that every now and then, somebody thanking me for something I helped them with in the past. I don't think SCAMbian will have that. And I'm somebody who, I'm one of the first to go live, probably the first to go live and talk the way we talk about people in this community. Because if you look at all the people that are in charge, not really, but you know, the main figureheads, they've all got shade. They've all got dirt. Dolan is known for a couple of hoaxes, and he was in a couple of documentaries, the one with Jeremy, the MIB thing, the whistleblower. That was totally bullshit. Linda Moulton Howe, we all know about her. And the list of it goes on and on. There's one person who really doesn't have any of that. Me. So you want to attack me? Good luck. That's why they go after my character. Because they can't find anything wrong with me. Because I'm right about a lot of things. And I speak carefully, so I'm not wrong. So I don't think I'm right about everything. I'm just smart not to talk about things I know I'm wrong about. And everybody should do that. But you know what I mean? If I'm going after somebody, it's because I know for a fact. I don't half-ass it like he does. You can't do that in this field. Details matter. Every detail matters in all of these stories. You want to be taken seriously in this field or as a UFO researcher? Get the details right. Don't lie. Don't make it up because you think it would have looked this way, or you think. Forget about thinking. Just use the facts. He doesn't. He's dangerous to this community in more than one way. His constant attacks is a negative flow of energy that goes from podcaster to the listener, to the listener, to the podcaster. Because you leave here happy, you're going to go somewhere else happy. You leave here angry and curious and upset because you think you know something because somebody said something that was a lie. Now you're going to go over and you're going to say something stupid on another show or another place or to somebody else or post something on Twitter, and you're going to look like the ass. Not him. Well, him too, but you know what I mean? You're going to leave that podcast with the false sense of being right when that guy lies all the time. Here, you can leave here knowing I didn't lie to you. Not even a little. I put it all out there for you guys. Always have. It's why GUFON is GUFON. Nobody does what we do here. Jimmy Church doesn't talk about his life. He doesn't talk about falling down or, doing anything personal. I give you guys everything because I'm not afraid to. Not afraid. I have nothing to hide. He does. He does. I've given my address to people in the last year. I've given my phone number to people. I never used to do that. Come on over. You'll be surprised how fun of a time you would have if we hung out, if I'm not sick. You'd be surprised. For you haters out there, we would have a great time. I just wish I had the cash the flow to do what I want to do when I meet people and hang out with people, man. It's just, we'll get there. We'll get there. And plus I'll be working soon. So it looks like any day tomorrow or the next day, I'll find out if I got this job that is a part-time job that I may have to go to Tampa, but so what? I want to get out. I want to do shit. I'm tired of all the negativity that floats around here because of him. It's sad. And last night, I know Dave Scott definitely told him, this is not a GUFON or Third Phase of Moon bashing show. I guarantee that was said. So, because if you do, Rich will never stop. That's what Dave's afraid of. Dave doesn't like it when we... Oh, by the way, did you hear what Dave Scott said last night if you watched it? And he admitted it live on air. That Spaced Out Radio is just purely entertainment and Dave's trying to make money, make a living at it. He just came out and said it. He said, it's the truth. So I was right all along, wasn't I? And he comes out and says it last night, like, it's a badge of courage. Should have seen how he looked when he said it. Like he was doing us all a favor. Like, oh yeah, like we couldn't tell anyway, I'm just in this for entertainment and for money. No, really, I am. He admitted it. Rebecca threw down $5. Hey, thank you very much. GUFON is the best, and I am proud to be a GUFOnian. That is a beautiful picture of you, by the way. That is sweet. Hey, I hope you had a nice Mother's Day, too, by the way. I don't know if I said hi or to you on Mother's Day. It was a good day, but I'm sorry. But thank you for the $5 and the really nice picture. And the rose. You look good. She does. That's a good $5 right there. Thank you, Rebecca. I really mean that. That was very nice of you. You didn't have to do that. If anybody's sending me PayPal or Cash App tonight, I don't think I'm able to see it on my phone because I know I can't. I can't get in to the Cash App because it wants me to put in the new card number because now I'm going to this phone. So now I have to log in and do it all over again with the new phone number and the new card, which I haven't gotten yet. But I can still accept the donations. I just can't see them come in. Oh, yeah, I can see them. Hold on. I just won't get notification, but the emails come in. Hold on. Let me see if anybody sent anything. I got an email today. I won't say who it's from. I'm going to read it in a moment. All right, here's what it says. This is from one of our viewers. He says, some of the SCAMbian fans are just blindly stupid, even when confronted with reality. Drives me nuts. They approve and like the most inaccurate of statements by him at times. I mean, it's insane. They mock you for suggesting that viewers support the show one time every stream, yet on that show, they had commercials at the beginning and sometimes in the middle of the show and ask for money multiple times. It's so alien damned hypocritical. Pointed out and they're like, huh? But we are doing God's work, so we are allowed. It's just crazy shit, Rich. Keep driving them crazy and please do more SCAMbian impressions. They're so funny. Well, thank you, kind man. That's funny. You see, people are getting it. They see it. They see it. So why is he crushing the numbers? He's doing good. His numbers are good. Jeanette, you did send at 1 o'clock today $25 to the Cash App. I want to thank you for that as well. On top of the 10 you threw in. Man, thank you. A little bug. Thank you very much. Thanks again. I know the next super chat here. Oh, wow. Where'd these come from? Oh, there they are. Oh, that's cool. Lisa B. Oh, you look great too. Oh, I know the picture, but I just haven't seen you in a minute. $2 super sticker. Thank you very much. And I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice Mother's Day if you're a mother. Mucho gusto, generoso. Mr. Rob Wilhelm. Hey, how you doing, eh? $10 hello? Are you kidding me? Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Rob Wilhelm throwing it down again. Mucho gusto, generoso. Yeah, I only ask for support. Like I mentioned the super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App thing in the beginning of the show. And I used to do it at the top of the second hour, but Samo does that in the chat. He's throwing down links for you guys, every 20 minutes or so. It's not like we're trying to bother you guys with commercials during the show like he does. It's such hypocrites. Just hypocritical. All right. Thanks, Rob. And Lisa B throwing it again. $5. Rich, did you ask any of your friends about the circle of pine needles left in my bedroom? No. But I appreciate the $5. But I tell you what I'll do. I'll save this. And at the end of the show, I'll do a little connect. See if we can connect to them psychically. How do you like that? So I'll see if I can do that. I may have an answer for you. You never know. I am psychic. Yeah, amongst all the fake ones, I am. I'm not psychic. But I am very intuitive. And officially, I'm going to say this here on the show. Officially, I am now considering my place to be haunted. Officially. Because it is. So now I have this new thing they like to do, and that's turn on the light switches in my bathroom, outside in the laundry room, in my other room over there where I have to go outside and go back in. And they also turned a camera around. One of my security cameras. I came home today. I didn't get any notifications. There was movement. Nothing. My little camera was facing the wall. And it can't just turn. All right, I'm going to let that slide because maybe I did it. I was around that area. But damn it, you can't just move the camera like that. It takes effort to turn the head. It's on a swivel thing. You just can't bump into it. And it moves. It's cemented in. I put that thing so it wouldn't move. And it moved. And also I've had the water turn on in my shower. So get this. So I tell my mom the story. Oh, we got to get a plumber out there. And I'm like, maybe I will. I do need a plumber. Just maybe something's going on. Maybe the pressure's off. I don't know. I hear footsteps. I hear voices. I mean, not every day. And the other new thing is the smell of perfume, which I haven't smelled since yesterday. But all of a sudden, now I don't smell it. It's very strange. It was very pungent around. Holy shit. It was pungent around Mother's Day weekend, especially Mother's Day. Wow. Just realized I don't know, maybe it's my grandmother. I don't know. Maybe it's a lady who lived here. Maybe it's a lady who likes me. Maybe it's an attachment. Maybe I took it from Arizona and brought it here. I don't know. But I'll check it out for you later, Jeanette. New sign-in. Security alert, security alert, security alert. Thanks for signing up to Samsung. All right. A Sirius account. Google account. Finish setting it up for your Ultra 23's device. Huh. That was weird. It felt like there was somebody here. Like here. Like right behind me. In the room. Just, I don't know. It's weird. And I keep hearing my old phone. It connects to the Wi-Fi because I was making sure all the apps came over and everything transferred over wonderfully. I couldn't believe how well it took an hour, but it's still. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to get into the ufology world here, so let's just do that. And I feel like I'm stammering. Is it stammering? Or I'm not really doing anything, but I'm trying to? All right, let's get to work. I don't know what this is. But I wanted to hear this because it's Joe Rogan. The media does not seek to inform, he says. It seeks to convince. It already has a decided verdict and agenda. We all know it. We all see it. The problem of the media is not going away until the media stops acting like an activist and returns to being an aggregator of objective fact. I don't even think I should need to play it. I said should. Why would I say that? But I'm going to play it anyway because I want to vape for a second. Oh, Eve, you don't need to see much.
It used to be that the media was the primary place that people would go to find out what's going on in the world. But now the media conveniently leaves out anything that it doesn't want to be at front and center in terms of like things that people concentrate on and talk about. You know, all it is like January 6th. January 6th. Did you see what they did? January 6th. Trump is coming back, but January 6th looms large. How about the fact that the guy who's the president right now can't form a fucking sentence? He makes up words and stumbles through things, and no one says a goddamn thing about it.
We go through this with just about every president, but with Trump around, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. And this is why I did want to talk about some whistleblowers tonight and what's going on in DC. Because we're talking about media versus a whistleblower. There's no comparison. Or is there? I still don't trust a whistleblower, and I'll never trust the media. So where do we go when we don't have any trust? Well, the only thing you can do is to listen to every single person speak and make up your own mind. And guess what? You'll never be able to verify it. You'll never get an answer. And you'll probably die before the truth comes out, if it ever does. In my opinion, I don't think it ever will, because I'm not sure we can handle it. Matter of fact, they said it's something we can't even imagine. What another alien, these aliens that we supposedly are interacting with telepathically wise. I don't know. Some people are. But how do you know? Who do you believe? It's such a freaking hard thing in this freaking world. Why can't it just be easy? Once, we just need one. We need a story. We need several witnesses. We need corroborating evidence. And a repeated performance. I'm going to play some whistleblower action here. This is what Third Phase of Moon does. You know, for the last 6 years, these guys have turned it up a notch, and they deserve the credit they get. And for those of you who don't like them, you can all go to hell, because you're just living in the past. Stop living in the past. Let's give them a chance. Again, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They go over everything. They cover every angle. We don't know if this is a drone, a plane, a balloon. They say it all. And yet, the liars ignore it. It's exactly what the media does with Trump. Same thing. It's very dirty tactics. That's why I say he's a very dirty person. And I don't mean like he needs a shower, even though I'd like to see that thing on the top of his head disintegrate. Actually, no, you know what? I kind of like it because it shows that who he is. His haircut is who he is. It's all over the place.
The importance of whistleblowers from the Navy to come forward about the UFO UAP phenomenon is
his
that
haircut is a bunch of lies.
A phenomenon that has been shrouded in secrecy for decades. Whistleblowers can provide first-hand accounts of what they have seen or experienced, which can help to corroborate other reports and build a more complete picture of what is happening. Additionally, whistleblowers can help to raise awareness of the issue and put pressure on governments and other organizations to take it seriously. There are a number of reasons why whistleblowers from the Navy may be reluctant to come forward. They may fear retaliation from their superiors, or they may worry about being ridiculed or dismissed. However, the importance of their testimony cannot be overstated. By coming forward, whistleblowers can help to bring this important issue to light and make a real difference in our understanding of the universe. Here are some of the benefits of whistleblowers from the Navy coming forward about the UFO UAP phenomenon.
Yeah.
Increased transparency and accountability.
What's up, Anomalies?
Can help to ensure that the public is aware of what is happening and that the government and other organizations are held accountable for their actions. Improve public safety. Whistleblowers can help to identify and mitigate potential risks.
Third phase of balloon.
Enhance national security.
That's a good one.
Whistleblowers can help to protect national security by identifying and deterring threats. Increase scientific knowledge. Whistleblowers can help to advance scientific knowledge by providing valuable information about the UFO UAP phenomenon.
Who do you believe?
One of the most important things that Third Phase of Moon has done is to provide a platform for whistleblowers to come forward and share their stories. In the past, whistleblowers have often been afraid to come forward because they feared retaliation from their employers or the government. The stories that have been shared on Third Phase of Moon have helped to raise awareness of the UFO phenomenon. In the past, UFOs were often dismissed as a hoax or a figment of people's imagination. However, the stories that have been shared on Third Phase of Moon have helped to show that UFOs are a real phenomenon that is being experienced by people all over the world. Third Phase of Moon has played an important role in the study of UFOs. The channel has provided a platform for whistleblowers to come forward and share their stories. And this has helped to raise awareness of the UFO phenomenon.
We're going to be speaking with a Navy veteran that served on the USS Dubuque in regards to an incredible sighting he witnessed in the Pacific. Hey James, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase Moon. I would like to get into detail of what happened aboard the Navy vessel right here off the Pacific.
So it was early autumn of '86, and my ship was the USS Dubuque. It was home ported in Sasebo, Japan, and we were out of Sasebo bound towards the South China Sea.
Could you go more in depth on the description of what you experienced that night?
All right. Before we hear the description, I want you to pay attention, because this guy's body language is all truth. I've seen this video a couple of times. I love this this guy. This guy's great. So here we have one of these whistleblowers sitting with Blake and telling him a story that sounds so real that you really want to believe him. I do. I don't think this guy's lying. And think about it. this whistleblower is putting his face out there. He just doesn't care. I wonder if there was an NDA. I think they talked about, I don't know if we're going to get the whole interview in this video, but it takes balls to be a whistleblower. Even though I don't trust most of them, because I think some of them have an agenda other than just telling their story. Some of them want a book deal. Some of them want other things, a movie deal. So Greer really vets everybody that he talks to. The last time they did this in 2001, there was no issues, although there was no social media back then like today. I am very curious to see how this turns out. This guy, I don't think, is going to DC next month, but this is a great story, and I just wanted you to listen to it, because if it's real, and I believe what this guy says he saw, if it's real, it's no words. Should have sent a poet for this show.
Well, what we used to do is, after watches, eve watches, that ended about 10, 11 at night, we'd go above decks outside the ship, which we weren't even really supposed to, and we do exercise. We do a workout. And often we'd stargaze, because a ship at sea, a Navy ship at sea at the time, runs completely darkened, and you can have a great view of the sky. And what happened one night is I looked up and I saw what appeared to be a star at first, a bright star, but then it started moving in these incredible, flying across the horizon from one end to the other, and doing these figure-8 patterns and circles, and it was just, never seen anything like it.
Okay, so while you witnessed this, what was your reaction to what you witnessed? What was your prior thought of UFOs, and what did you do immediately after this sighting?
I had absolutely no belief in them whatsoever. I was baffled by what I was looking at. At first I thought perhaps it was a firefly above my head, but then I realized we were 2, 3, 4 days at sea in the middle of the ocean, and what I was looking at was very high up in altitude. And when I saw the motions it was making, I realized it had to be traveling at tens of thousands of miles an hour. It was faster than anything I'd ever seen, faster than even a meteorite.
Tell us about these angles that this unidentified object was, how it maneuvered.
It was, first it kind of rocketed back and forth, and then it started doing almost like an infinity pattern, if you will. Then there was some circles involved, and it moved crazily across the sky.
What was the response from your fellow shipmates to this experience you just had, and did they witness it themselves?
What I did is I went up to what was known as the 04 level, and that's where the lookouts were on the signal bridge. And I asked the guy on watch if he could see what I was seeing. I thought maybe I was seeing things, and he saw it too. But to my surprise, he wasn't really interested in it so much. He said, maybe it's a shooting star or something, and that didn't make any sense to me because it was just going back and forth. But he was totally disinterested in it. I was very surprised. Well, later in the week, I came across a message while working in the document destruction room of all places, and I saw that it was a report that had been forwarded from the Japanese self-defense force, air self-defense force, and they had been chasing a UFO off the coast of Japan, and they had some radar locks on it, and the report had specific information that they had targeted it with their radar. They hadn't apparently gotten very close to it, but they had radar confirmation of what they were chasing.
As far as the UFO phenomenon, what is your opinion on what the military knows?
In my opinion, the military knows quite a bit about what's going on. I don't think my sighting was the only one. I think our involvement, or the military's involvement, it goes beyond what most people can even imagine.
Third Phase of Moon has played an important role in the study of UFOs.
Let's take a break right there. Oh man, so zigzagging patterns, the figure-8 patterns, sounds like man-made type of moves, right? It does to me. But he saw it. And we supposedly don't have anything like that nobody does. But what I want to know is, what happened? Right? Another whistleblower comes out. A lot of people listen. 50, 100,000 people may have listened to that guy over the years. Millions of people probably heard of him. But I bet nobody remembers his name. I don't. And that's what makes me sad. It's like, how do we make a mark on this community that people will remember the good shit? How? How do you do it? This is why I do what I do and talk about it and keep bringing it up, because, look, everything's falling on deaf ears, it seems. Here, this guy takes time out of his day to meet Blake and Brent and give his heart out to the world. Millions of people saw him. And what was the impact? All right, before you get mad at me, the impact is this. It's another piece of evidence, even though it's just words, it's another credible witness giving testimony to something he saw, that he believes he saw, I should say. The sad thing is, there's no Hall of Fame. There's no place where people can go and look this guy up and find, or any other whistleblower. I'm not just talking about this, I'm talking about anybody. You have to search for it. You have to find it. You have to know third phase of moon, even know that was even there. And then, even then, how do you know? Just type in whistleblower on third phase of moon. You'll get a lot of whistleblowers videos. All that work they put into it. And who's paying attention? Well, third phase of moon people in the government definitely pay attention to. Or used to. Believe me, they're watching us. They do. They really do. And if you don't think they are, well then, that's okay. I can't prove it. But it is crazy how many people these guys talk to. Probably more than any other UFO group other than Greer. Third phase of moon talked to more whistleblowers than anybody in this community. Isn't that weird? Huh. Yeah. Not really assholes, huh? They're not, are they? Oh. Trying to do the right thing for the greater good. It takes time for people to adapt to that, if you're them. And we're going on 6.5 years that they've changed their whole outlook on this field. The things, the documentaries that they made, the important messaging that they have given to the community, the whistleblowers, the interviews, the videos, all of that stuff. You can't just sweep it under the rug. It's important, all of it. No matter how silly, no matter whether you think it's CGI, which most of the time it's not, if at all now, because these guys know what CGI looks like. They're not going to allow that on their channel anymore. So you're getting what the people, the public, are trying to give us. Them. That's all. There's no tomfoolery going on. There's no hoaxing. There's no lying. This is people, man. These are people coming out for the greater good of what we do. It's why we don't need negative asshole face in here. We don't need that here. If you're going to talk about the truth, be truthful. if you're going to expose somebody, be truthful. Never lie, especially in ufology. And this guy just keeps getting away with it. It's amazing. All right, I want you to hear the next story because this one's
channel has provided a
just as
platform
good.
for whistleblowers to come forward and share their stories. And this has helped to raise awareness of the UFO phenomenon. Third Phase of Moon has also helped to educate the public about UFOs, and this has helped to create a more open and accepting environment for people who have had UFO experiences.
An incredible story in regards to some kind of collision with a naval vessel named the Coronado in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, including a report from Tom himself, where eyewitnesses are hazed aboard the Navy vessel if they come forward and speak about the UFO phenomenon. So buckle up as we go on an adventure and discover something that has never been heard before by the public. Let's get to it.
I work for the city of Los Angeles.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Or base maintenance. And then
damn, that's a good comment.
Take care of the site up here. The site was owned by Fox, LAPD, fire.
Because it's truthful.
DOT, sanitation, everything is linked through this tower up here. So I monitor all the sites throughout the city of LA.
Yep.
You actually work below the Hollywood sign itself.
Assholes don't get access to under the sign, bro.
See, I don't think many people are aware that there's actually sub levels underneath the sign.
There's actually a sub level. We're in the fish bowl, as they call it, and it's basically a giant fish bowl with windows all around. And then we actually have an emergency escape if the tower was to collapse in the main door. We have an emergency escape hatch out the back.
Tell me about some of the sightings. You said that there was something that was
I saw something green behind. So my job was ICMan, interior communications. So everything that had to go from one space to another was my job, including when they talk on the PA, captain's things, protocol, all that stuff was my equipment.
It's rare, but the sightings in the last year have been really tough to figure out.
There's shadows underneath, but you never were able to identify it.
Some unknown creature or a craft below the surface?
We don't know. I do remember seeing shadows and stuff, and then everybody goes and runs and starts talking about it, but again, what it was. But there were shadows underneath. If there is no ambient light anywhere, because we're in blackout conditions.
Hey, if anything, every whistleblower that speaks here is telling the truth, right? Just make note of their body language and all that, because this way you can see the differences when we do body language shows. Just look at how confidently he talks. There's no stammering of words. There's no, I have to think about what I have to say. It's when you don't lie, everything comes out in a flow. There's no strange, awkward pauses or looking here, or, you know what I mean? It's just, you come out and you say it because it's the truth. And that's what these people do. It's a very interesting thing to look for.
It could be your eyes. We don't know. And our ship didn't have sonar. I know some.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Our ship didn't have sonar, and he scratched his chin.
There is no ambient light anywhere because we're in blackout conditions. It could be your eyes. We don't know. And our ship didn't have sonar.
Oh! I'm just messing with you. It doesn't mean anything.
I know something broke off and it was called the pit sword. And we hit something going to Hawaii where it broke it off.
So you had a collision with a USO underwater submerged object?
In the middle of the freaking ocean, and something sheared off. But I was sent down there to replace the pit sword because we hit something in the middle of the ocean.
So he's saying that the ship hit something and basically was attached to it, and then it came off, right? Wow. Yeah, I remember this one now.
And no one knows anything about it.
Right.
Now, later on in the evening,
oh yeah,
ask Tom more questions in regards to the encounter in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. He joined us later. Listen up.
I work for the city of Los Angeles in communications, which I got my training when I was in the Navy. and it actually certified and got my job here. I worked for AirTouch, I worked for Verizon and telecommunications since I got out of basically high school. I joined the military 2 weeks after I graduated from high school. Went to boot camp, graduated in that, graduated almost the top of my class, and I got orders to go to, at the time, San Diego, and I had orders to go on the USS Coronado, AGF-11, which was a 581-foot experimental vessel. That and the LaSalle was the sister ship, so there were two of them designed to be experiments. One of them, they floated a barge in it for all the high-ups, like the president, secretary of defense, and things like that. Ours, they welded up the bow, and they made, residential suites in the back for the higher-ups. So technically, I knew about the first missile launch 2 weeks before because they were discussing it. We had
launch of what?
That I can't tell you that.
All right, I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of that at Third Phase of Moon because it's the rest of the video and we just can't play it all because it would take 15 more minutes of our time. We got a lot of stuff to do. But you should watch the rest of that if you haven't seen that. That was from earlier this year, I believe, or just at the end of last year. Yeah, that was recent. That guy's cool. I think he was a security guard that saw some stuff and blah, 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 bleep, bleep, bleep. I'll put the link to that episode in the show description after the show ends so you guys can watch it at your leisure. All right, let me get rid of that. And let me get rid of that. Let me see if I can do this. Give me a second. I'm just going to do something real quick. I did this before the show earlier today, but it seems to me that the computer reset. Uh-oh. Huh, somebody removed a tweet that I was going to talk about. Don't even know which one it was because I have several up here. All right. Oh, yeah. Did we talk about that? No, we didn't. That's right. All right, I'm going to play this. Russia knew a lot about the United States UFO programs, apparently. Did you know that? They had spies on us like you wouldn't believe. They knew everything we were doing with the UFO program. They had a great UFO program in Russia that nobody knew about. It is, holy crap. We should do a show on Russia tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. I know a lot about the Russians. Did I say that out loud? They're good people. I like Polinsky, whatever his name. All right, let me show you this video real quick. It's only 55 seconds. Oh, it's from Jeremy Corbell. I didn't know that.
Сообщения о неопознанных летающих объектах.
It's very clear Russia was aware that UFOs were not U.S. technology.
Oh, now I know why.
Not any technology from any known foreign nation. In fact, they went a step further in a lot of these documents, and the people you talked with said, we know they're not from here. They're spaceships. They're from somewhere else.
Yep.
Потому что мы располагаем фотографиями и даже кинолентами, зафиксировавшими неопознанные летающие объекты в безвоздушном пространстве, в частности около Луны. Можно ли считать, что мы имеем дело с контактами с инопланетными цивилизациями?
Technology that was beyond anything they had. It was beyond anything that they thought the Americans had. They were aware of sensor systems that we had that were detecting these things coming in from space to Earth. They were from somewhere else.
Pretty cool. You know what? As much shit as Jeremy Corbell deserves, they do a really good show. I like Weaponized. I'm sorry. It's my guilty pleasure. It is. It is. It's a good show. You know, it's also good because I'm not a big fan of theirs. So for me to watch that and like it says a lot about me. Don't you think? Not such a bad guy after all. Hey, Chris Rogers throwing down £5, £5. Only when we've been fed enough fakes will disclosure begin, because no one will know what to... No, we're there now. We're there now. Chris, that's where we're at. I just had a conversation with somebody about this. We've seen just about everything we're going to see, right? Sometimes we see some things we've never seen before, but pretty much they're all the same. It's in the sky. It's either the day or at night. Could be a balloon, could be a drone, could be a plane. Could be a fake. So we've seen it all, bro. Maybe it's got to go on for a few more years. In some aspect, I think you're right. So let's see. Keep an eye on that. Enough fakes? Are you kidding? The thing that they would have to fake is the Tic Tac. Because nobody's seen a Tic Tac yet. None have been videotaped. Did I just say that? Who's videotaping stuff at this day and age? Nobody's recording it. Nobody. Because the Tic Tac knows better. Thanks, Chris, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Praise the cash, praise the cash. Stupid. Hold on, let me check something. La da 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 la da 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 da. Hold on, let me check one more thing to see if I can make access to see. There's already a new update for my phone. I'll install it now. And I got a new phone number. So for those of you who have my phone number, I will contact those who I want to have it. Let me just tell you this. The number is so easy. I was able to choose my own number today. It is so easy. I did that and I said, I'm going to get so many wrong numbers because this phone number is just too easy. People are just going to go beep, 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 because a lot of the numbers are the same. No, boy, Johnny. I did that. Exactly. Good chance to lose some stalkers. That's what I wanted to do. Plus, I wanted a Florida area code because I don't live in Arizona anymore. And let me tell you what else. Got my license today. They don't mail you the license in Florida. They give it to you there. She made my license right there. I took a new picture. I paid the $32, $33. And she goes, and I go, when will that be mailed to me? She goes, here it is. And I stared at it for like 3 seconds. And I said, I can't believe this. This is the first. I was so happy. They were looking at me like, we do this every day. You know, what's wrong with this guy? I'm like, technology kicks ass at the DMV. Because who wants to be at the DMV? It was so easy. I was so happy. Today, everything worked out. Even though I took that terrible fall, which I still feel in my neck, everything else turned out fantastic. It's one of those days. I took a shot to get shot. No, I took a shot to take a shot. No, I took a shot and I got a shot. Let's get rid of that. Oh, so in 2006, Chicago O'Hare International Airport had a UFO disc sighting at Gate 17, I believe. 22-foot long diameter disc-shaped craft that apparently, when hovering over the runway, Gate 17 or whatever, shot straight up through clouds and did what people are saying a hole punch And I'm not sure I'm buying it. The hole punch. Because it looks like one of those clouds where the crystals just form and then it makes the circle. It's a very common thing. It's not uncommon. But, yeah, gate C17. The FAA supervisor, here, let me just show you. So you can come with me on this adventure. I love the O'Hare sighting. I remember when it happened. We did a show. That was when I first started doing the AZ UFO show. And this was one of the first things we talked about. And I called the airport. I talked to people on the show. It was a really good episode. I should find that. You know, it's on Blog Talk Radio. The FAA supervisor, identified as Sue, was asking several controllers at O'Hare if they'd seen a flying disc at Gate 17. They initially laughed it off, but she called back 15 minutes later to confirm that several pilots had seen the disc and that one had captured a photograph of it. Unfortunately, the alleged photograph has never surfaced. It will someday, folks. It will. Apparently, there are some images, but I'm not sure. I don't believe it. The tape also recorded the control tower operators warning outgoing planes of the UFO and advising them to be cautious. Even in the wake of the tape, United Airlines and the FAA continued to brush off the incident. The airline prohibited any employees from discussing the incident with the media. However, after the Chicago Tribune article compelled them to address the situation, a spokesperson from the FAA claimed that the alleged disc was nothing but a reflection of airport lights off the low cloud cover. However, this explanation was unconvincing as the sighting occurred in daylight before any of the airport's lights were turned on. Despite the assertions of several credible witnesses, the airline and the FAA declined to investigate the matter further and wrote it off as a rare weather phenomenon known as a fall streak or hole punch cloud. However, Mark Rodiger, the director for the Center of UFO Studies science director, did not accept this explanation and stated, "It is an unknown object over O'Hare, and it's seen by official personnel. And does United or the FAA take it seriously? Of course not. They have zero interest because UFOs can exist. But how can you not worry about something hovering over an airport after 9/11? It doesn't make sense." Well, the explanation didn't stand up to reason, too, as journalist Leslie Keene soon discovered. Hole punch clouds form, here it's what I was saying, when ice crystals from higher clouds fall down through a lower cloud shelf, punch a hole in it, and evaporate in the warm air below, only forming in below freezing temperatures. The air at the altitude of the sighting on the day in question was 53 degrees Fahrenheit, which was above freezing. What a cover-up. Unbelievable. Despite the FAA's lack of interest in the O'Hare UFO incident, an independent investigation group called NARC and ARC conducted their own research. The team of former NASA scientists, pilots, meteorologists, and aerospace engineers, among others, prepared a 154-page report that confirmed the presence of a physical object over O'Hare. The report stated that the object's maneuvers could not be explained, and by conventional means, and advised the FAA to launch their own investigation. However, to this day, the FAA has not acted upon this recommendation. I forgot to turn it on. So get this. The O'Hare never happened. There's witnesses, there's even a picture or two, and maybe even a video. But they don't want to investigate. Why? Do you really think it has to do with because they can exist? There's no way we saw a UFO. They know at the airport what they saw. They know. Why else would they tell him not to talk to the media? Because they would tell the truth, and the truth cannot be told about UFOs. We are so far. I mean, that was 2006. All right, 17 years ago. We haven't come that much further. So when I say we haven't come further, we haven't come any further than that, I mean it. I mean it. Because guess what? At that O'Hare airport, we've got whistleblower galore just waiting to happen. Whistleblower galore. Just waiting. What is this video about? Let me see this video real quick. I don't know what this is. It's the basement tapes. I don't know what they're doing here. It's 8 minutes. Let's see what they talk about.
Hey Dave, it's Sue from United Tower.
Oh, this is cool.
Flying disc out by C-17.
Don't even start, Sue.
No,
You're seeing flying discs.
well, that's what the pilot and the ramp guys are telling us. The C-17, they saw some flying disc above, and we can't see
Come
above us.
on, Sue.
You didn't see it, right?
You guys been celebrating the holidays already on there or what? You having a Christmas party today? I have not seen anything, Sue. And if I did, I wouldn't admit to it. No, I have not seen any flying disc at gate C-17. Unless you got a new aircraft you're bringing out today that we don't know about. No, I have not seen anything, Sue.
We have obtained the real audio of a government agency receiving reports of a UFO hovering over one of America's busiest airports. Here's the story. On November 7th, 2006, at Chicago O'Hare International Airport, multiple witnesses, including airline pilots, supervisors, and mechanics, claimed to have seen a UFO hovering over United Airlines Gate C-17. It was described as a disc, or in more common terms, a flying saucer. News of the incident quickly spread.
There's a story you may have already heard about. United Airlines employees who swear it was something otherworldly in the skies above Chicago's O'Hare Airport on November 7th.
Several airport workers, some of whom have talked to the Chicago Tribune, who say they saw a saucer-shaped UFO.
They saw one, a UFO. They say it hovered over a terminal without lights before shooting straight up right through the clouds last fall.
Right through the clouds.
You might think that only 5 years after 9/11, reports of a flying object trespassing over highly restricted and highly sensitive airspace would be met with an overwhelming response by the government. But you'd be wrong.
Oh.
At the time, both United Airlines and the Federal Aviation Administration told the press they didn't feel it necessary to investigate the incident at all.
Stupid.
It wasn't until journalists and independent investigators started...
All right, I think that he's saying everything I just did. I really like Stephen Greenstreet, the Basement Tapes. He does a really good job. This guy, you want to talk about the difference between him and it. He does real investigation. He's a real researcher, not a lying faker. That people are quitting the community because it's so vile with you in it. You sick, twisted prick. Did I say that out loud? I did.
Started filing Freedom of Information Act requests, that they finally admitted they had looked into the O'Hare UFO incident, but had determined that it could have been simply a weather phenomenon, a trick of light reflecting off the clouds.
All right, I read everything. I'm not going to put you through that again. You just heard it. I'm not going to do that. All right. Next, this is one of the problems I have with ufology. This part I'm about to talk about. This really bothers me. The nukes and UFOs. Is this thing wrong? I mean, what is... Something's wrong with my hat. It just looks wrong. I am not a big fan in believing of UFOs over nuke bases, facilities, silos, etc. Yes, I'm sure they have flew around or whatever, just randomly. But this allure is bullshit. It is so it's out of line. There's no proof that UFOs have ever interacted with any missile silo launch sequence or anything. Not valid proof for me. I'm not happy with what I've seen. And I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. They need a threat. Okay? And anytime they can't find one, they always go to the nukes. UFOs were seen over the nukes. Fukushima was different when they flew over there because there was this tsunami. I say the T. The tsunami. But that was after the fact. It was because of the tsunami, not because it was a nuclear power plant. I don't have faith in any of those stories. And there's no video evidence. The way things that were told could easily be human error. I'm just not a fan that nukes attract UFOs. I'm sure they were curious about the nukes, seeing the energy there, but yeah, I'm not a big fan. I think it's just another one of those psyop bullshit lies that they need a threat. Just what Lou did. They're flying within our restricted airspace with impunity. We must combat them, but we can't. Fund us so we can figure out how, and figure out what, who, and where they are, who they are. Fund us. Please. We're gonna die if you don't. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fund GUFON. Fund me. Fund GUFON. What? Hey, you know what? If there's somebody who wants to sponsor the show for $1,000 a month, just let me know where you are. $1,000 a month. I'll advertise for your company. Every show, I'll advertise for Pete's Coffee. Anybody ever have Pete's Coffee? Holy shit, is it good. It's for the Keurig, or you make it at home, whatever. Yeah, Pete's Coffee, dark roast. Forget about it. Nukes attract not only UFOs, but bone-chilling... But something bone-chilling revealed by ex-worker at nuclear depot in Nevada desert. Really? There's been a rise in the number of UFO reports across many places in the United States since 2020. Lie. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. Yeah, I'm just telling you. It's a lie. Sorry. We were in lockdowns in 2020. How could there have been a lot of sightings? There couldn't have been record sightings. Idiots. No, everybody was home. They had nothing else to do, Rich. Don't you get it? Everybody was looking up. No. Everybody was playing video games, stuck to their TV, or looking down. Nobody looks up. No, that's a bullshit statement. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the numbers, but I don't think there's been a lot of UFO sightings. I don't think there's been a huge... People report them, but I don't think they're real. I think they're imagining. Now, that's what I'm trying to say. When they talk about an increase in UFO sightings, let's just talk about near misses with airliners, the military. You know what I mean? I need to know that we can verify some of these things, you know? You go on a MUFON or New Fork, National UFO Reporting Center with Pete and Davenport. You know, you're just going to get people. I saw a strange light in the sky. It hovered for 10 minutes, then disappeared. There were no clouds. There were no drones. It couldn't have been an airplane. There are no airports where I live. Do you know what it could have been? Answer, no. That's a cheap sighting. We were getting cheap sightings. Not so long ago, former U.S. Air Force Captain Robert Salas claimed that UFOs are real and they interfere in the military's nuclear program. Additionally, former head of ATIP Fat Fuck Elizondo revealed that the U.S. military created environments to attract UFOs to study them. But he never tells us how. You know, when Lou says that, well, our military created environments, so how? How do you create an environment for something you know nothing about, can't study, and can't even talk to? How? How do you set it up? Well, we fly a couple of F-22 Raptors in a certain part of the Pacific, if you know what I mean. And they get excited and they show up. I don't know, Rich. It's just these raptors, for some reason, attract these things, and we can't figure it out for the life of us. But they're out there. Robert Salas said it. You heard. He said it. Well, if Robert Salas said it, then forget about it, man. Why even bother talking, you know? Unbelievable. Hey, Jeanette Bombach with $3 super sticker. Mucho gusto, Bombaxto. Jeanette. Hey, we have two Jeanettes here. Look at that. Jeanette A and Jeanette B. Literally. Jeanette Angel and Jeanette Bombach. I'm sorry, Jeanette. I shouldn't do that. Jeanette Bombach. I'll never forget your name for the rest of my life now. Jeanette Bombach. Thank you for the $3 super sticker. You want me to refund it now after that? Thank you. Nah, I'm not refunding it. Don't be mad. I do that to people's names all the time. All right, good. That's fun. But thank you for your continuing supporter of GUFON. Good to see you too, by the way, Jeanette Bombach. Everybody's been talking. Where is she? I don't know. I don't know. It's not my turn to watch. I got an email from somebody I never thought I would hear from again. See? It's been 10 years since I probably talked to this lady who just emailed me. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why she wouldn't know what she wants. All right. I was reading this story about the UFOs and, the nukes, and I'm just not a big fan. In 1967, Salas was stationed at Malm. Oh, come on. You mean the fake incident that happened over here? Totally. Right? Malmstrom was all bullshit. Malmstrom Air Force Base incident with UFOs was all bullshit. Apparently. Anyway, I'm not going over this. There's no reason to. You know the story already. I just wanted to mention that I'm not a big fan of those type of reports that come in from nuclear places. I'm not buying it. Yes, I believe UFOs have visited them probably many times, but to actually turn on and off the switches and the launch sequence and then stop it when it gets to 3, it's all bullshit. Something happened. It was man-made. I bet you there was one guy. You know, you have 2 keys you got to turn, and you can't reach them if you're one person. That's why you need 2 people to turn the keys. It's a safety mechanism put in case, things get a little nutty. But you all got to be on the same page. And if one guy doesn't turn the key, the other guy's got to shoot him because he's treason at that point. So I bet you one night, Igor was probably down there going, you know, I bet I could turn both keys. I'm 6'9". I could reach. Let's try it. And he did it. And then by the time it got to 7, they realized that he started the launch. Holy shit. 5, 4. He put the key back in. 3. Igor, you can't do that shit. How are we going to cover this up? Say it was UFOs. It's not a bad idea. UFOs came by and did this. I like it. But the blame's totally off us. It was mechanical or electronics. Oh, Igor. All right. Hey, by the way, I owe you $100. I said you couldn't turn both keys. And that's how the story went. You don't believe me? Ask Igor. Unbelievable. You're crumbelievable. Can't believe she just emailed me. This is so weird. All right, Showtime. I already canceled. Stop trying to charge a card that doesn't exist. Still didn't get my card yet. I can't believe they make your ID, your driver's license, right at the DMV now. I mean, I was flicking it, make sure it had lamination, and it had it all. Boy, that picture. I look like an axe murderer. I had to take my hat off. And earlier in the day, this eye was half swollen. So in the picture, I'm like this. You know? Yeah. One eye's like half closed. So every time I get pulled over, I'm going to have to go, "How you doing, officer?" You know? All right. How far back does the alien ET influence on humanity go? Huh. You want to know what I think? Forever. Forever. So, I'm a little curious, very curious about, do aliens have the ability to, forget what, are aliens ghosts too? We talked about it several times. Look, what makes more sense? Nothing. Forget it. All right, it doesn't make sense. Nothing does. I was going to say, what makes more sense? The dead can still talk to us, or aliens are making believe they're our loved ones so we don't get freaked out. But we still do, because we're seeing our dead relative walking around the house. You know what I mean? What if they're doing that? What if they're just taking their impression, their vibration, and trying not to freak us out by giving us something familiar to be with, to look at? It doesn't make sense, I know. Because the reason it doesn't make sense, why would they knock stuff over? Why would they flick my lights? You know, it's like, and then you have to wonder, am I imagining all this stuff? I'm not imagining it anymore. I know I'm not. I say anymore. What I meant to say was, I don't think I'm imagining it anymore. But I think the human and ET influence is forever. You want to know why? Because I think they had to help in create. I think we had help in them creating us. I'm not sure if it was the Anunnaki. I'm not sure. Who are we in the image of? The Anunnaki? The Anunnaki, but you can't come in. Dun, 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 dun. Humans have been around for some, 3 to 5 million years? Who knows? You know, all different forms of us. If they just watched us or Maybe they nudged us along? I don't know. I know the inclusion of fire and how to make fire so they could cook their meat. How they figured that out. Like, why would they even think about putting their meat over fire to cook it, first of all? Like, they've been eating meat raw for 20 years, let's say. Now, all of a sudden, they have fire. George Foreman grill came out. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Why would they do that? I'll tell you how it probably happened, though. They were probably testing fire on everything, seeing what it would burn. And when it got to the meat, and they put the fire up to the meat, somebody said, I dare you to taste it. He tasted it. It tasted great. That's how it started. And that's why they kept cooking food. It's just by trying. Somebody dared somebody. One Homo sapien or Homo whatever, Homo erectus type of being, tested. He was the first Mikey. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. Some of you may not get that reference if you're under 40 years old. Isn't that an interesting way? That's probably how it happened, though, right? They were probably seeing what would burn and what wouldn't, just having fun with fire. I did it when I was a kid. I burnt everything. Soldiers, toys, my bike. I mean, I lit the forest on fire and watched the fire engines come. Twice. I love fire. I should have been a caveman. Vitska! Well, thank you for that $3, £3, 3 quid super sticker. It was very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. I'm not refunding it, though. And Lisa, we're going to do your friends here in a second. Lisa B, I hope you're still here. Yeah, thank you for the $3. That's a big mucho gusto generoso. I appreciate that. Vitska, continuing supporter of GUFON, part of the family. Grazie. Grazie. You know I may be talking a little calmer or, not as vocal as I usually am. I'm still not 100%. So for me to exude that much energy for 2 hours straight is kind of difficult. So I'm trying not to overdo myself. I mean, I feel it. I mean, I'm really, oh my God, is that the time? I thought it was 8:15. Holy shit. So when I looked, it must have been 8:13 or something, because I just looked. It's 8:48. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I might as well end it then, because I'm a little sore. But that was I appreciate the show tonight. I'm happy you guys were able to hang out. Oh, Lisa, yeah, let's do that real quick. Let me give you a little psychic rundown. So before we go, Lisa had asked me roughly an hour ago, did I ask any of my friends, meaning in the afterworld, about the circle of pine needles left in my bedroom? Hold on. I'm being told there were no circle of pine needles in your bedroom. There were no. No. That's what I'm being told. Are you sure it was your bedroom? Was it outside? Are you still here? If you're not here, I'm not going to do it. She's not even here. She's not here. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Andrea Coran, $2. Good times, Richie. Andrea Coran, a continuing supporter of GUFON. a very generous person. Thank you very much. Hope you had a nice Mother's Day as well. Very nice. Thank you. Whoops. Oh, I thought I got rid of it by accident. Yeah, so I hold on. I'm seeing if Lisa B. She's not here. And I told her I was doing it at the end of the show, but she probably wasn't listening. That's what happens, man. She's picking needles out of her feet. Yeah, Andrea, thank you very much. I appreciate that support. I'm glad you had fun. I did. Yeah, I'm not going to do that now. I'll do it when she's here. You got to be here for that stuff, man. I'm putting the effort in. You can't just throw down like that and then leave. Especially when I said I'm going to do it. She probably fell asleep. I know she's got a lot of shit on her plate, though. So I don't hold that against her. I just want to do it with her here. That's all. Because I really got a feeling that there aren't any. Like she's just saying it to see what I would say. There were no pine needles in her bedroom. I'm getting a strong absolutely not that I'm being tested. She's testing me to see if I can do it. And I can. And there were no pine needles in your room. So I hope she listens to this when she wakes up. So thank you, everybody. Again, we'll start the goodbyes. It is a test, anomalies and the real deal. Yeah. That's funny you said it too. Well, even if she's here now, I'm not doing it. Wait, is she here? I'll do it. Oh, look at this. Richie, I'm sitting here at home laughing at your little jokes. You give me a boost. What jokes? Did I? See, I don't even realize I'm saying anything funny. I'm just being me. Thank you for that, Andrea. I appreciate that. I love that cowboy hat, though. Cowgirl hat. I love cowgirls. Cowgirls are my favorite of all girls. Yeah. Please do not take offense to that. Anybody. It's just a preference. You want to know why? Because they're strong. They work outside with their hands. They're in shape. And usually they're the most down-to-earth people who will tell you to your face you're an asshole. I love cowgirls. I love the whole cowboy scene. Like, I would love to have been a cowboy. I would have been a damn good one. I probably would have been like sheriff or deputy or something like that. I would have been shot. Nah, forget it. I just want to be a cowboy. I want to be a cowboy. Remember that song? And you can be my cowgirl. What song was that? Let me see. Well, I got to do one more check. If anybody did any PayPal, I'll thank you tomorrow for it. Oh, I see what's going on. Why that person emailed me. This is good for the show. I can't talk about it. But good stuff coming up probably next week. All right. I am going to be getting guests again, but next week we're doing the ghost hunt. I don't want to tell you where until we get there. Like the day before. Because right now I have 3 choices and I don't know which one. But I know which one I want to do. But I don't think I'll be able to get into that place 2 weeks. So maybe that. But if I can't get in that place next week, then we're going to do one next week at another place. So Ghost Hunt's coming up. Mucho gusto, generoso, everybody. Thank you for the love. Yeah, doesn't get any better here at GUFON. And I hope everybody understands. If you weren't here for the first 40 minutes of the show, maybe listen to it. See and hear what's happening in this community and why this needs to stop. Needs to go. I know I didn't go over the whistleblowers that are going to DC. I forgot. I'll cover it tomorrow. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Again, the best out there. The best ever. Seriously. We do Truthology. Truthology for ufology. And that's it. I wish everybody a great night. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. And I have an announcement I want to make real quick. I'll keep talking about it. Thinking about moving the show back to 9 o'clock Eastern. All right. So we'll see you next time. It won't happen for a minute, but just, it might happen though. If it does, it's a good thing. All right. Be safe, be friendly, and alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Control, this is Flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.